There's a lot of times in life where you don't get the opportunity to make things happen. And when those opportunities come up, you really have to jump in on them. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about what's going on really behind the scenes. So you're seeing me in a very unpolished setting within my office here. But I was just thinking about this and I wanted to get on and record real quick to say that there's opportunities that come up in your life, and if you don't jump on them immediately, things are not going to change. And right now, we have been inundated, and it's such a blessing. And I don't mean this to be complaining at all, but it is such a blessing to be inundated with so many requests for audits on job trade accounts, to have sales conversations. We're backfilling 2 positions and we're getting ready to add another position and also do some placements and some build outs. So there's all this stuff going on in the business and we're trying to grow all at the same time, but we have to do it in a sustainable way. So how do we make that happen? But a lot of times this happens in our business where we're in this lull where things are not really going and we have the certain team that we have, or maybe we've lost a few people and we're trying to just make things work, and then all of a sudden, boom, just everything drops on your lap. But you have to keep going through that. You have to figure it out one step at a time. And the hard thing as a business owner is that you know you need more people in that moment, but you can't hire the amount of people that you need. One, it's already hard enough to hire people. But secondly, even if you could just like that, if you could hire people that quickly, you might not need them in a month or two when all that work is done. So you have to do this in a sustainable way. But that's a totally different tangent. I don't necessarily want to go down that, but I just want to kind of share what we're going through right now and let you know that we're here with you, and just some of the things that I'm doing in order to push through this right now and my thoughts on this. So as you get into these situations, you can do that. So let's rewind a little bit. Over the last couple of weeks, we had our social media manager and one of our video editors decide they were going to leave the company for various reasons. One we actually let go. One actually decided to go on their own, although there was it was a little bit of writing on the wall there, but they went before we were going to officially let them go or anything. And so we have been about 3 or 4 weeks without a social media manager, and we've been trying to backfill that. And then we just lost our video editor. And so that was for our long form content. Luckily, they got us to a spot where we didn't need to worry about it for a while, but we still needed to backfill that role pretty quickly. And so I had went out of town. I had to go back and be the social media manager again, creating content, all of that. And luckily, we were able to just repurpose videos. And so I went around doing that as we were doing the recruiting. And then we started having some issues with another one of our internal team members with recruiting. It just seemed that we really outgrew them. And so we started to make the decision that we were going to get rid of them. But as we were doing that, we're trying to onboard the 2 new people. We're trying to now basically end up backfilling this person's position. And then we're also getting more business in. And so there's just all these moving pieces at the moment. And so I've had to take time to think about what's important for right now and what's important for the future and really plan for that. And right now we have 1 job trade specialist on the team that is primarily focused, but luckily we were able to backfill with a second person that could come in and support, but their primary role will not be around job trade itself, but they can come in and help support in that aspect as needed. But they're going to be kind of well-rounded, helping out with some recruiting because they have a background in that, helping out with some of our sales calls, and really help filling in those gaps. But at the same time, now we're going to go find another job trade specialist. And this is one that in the moment we could use because right now as I'm recording this, we've got 2 build-outs that are coming through. I've got 5 audits we have to do, and 2 of those look very promising to immediately turn, as long as the numbers are right, they will turn directly into 2 build-outs additionally we have to do. And we're doing some ongoing support with 2 other accounts. And so there's just a lot going on for one person to do all of this work. And now we have that secondary support, but now although it's a lot right here in the moment, audits take a good amount of time. The ongoing support and the build outs, while they can be intensive, this one person can handle that. But based on the influx of the amount of leads we've had, myself as a business owner, I have to start setting us up for where we're going, not where we're at currently. And so I decided to make the decision that we will go ahead and recruit another job tread support specialist to help us out with the growth that's going to come and to really be able to help out with all these audits that come up. We've got, I think it was like 100 and, let's see, I think it was 102 leads. I was right there. Yeah, let's see. In the last 30 days, we have gotten 101 leads. So I was almost on it. So 101 leads in the last 31 days that we're having to go through and really help them out and doing follow-up and everything. So there's been a lot. And to give you some reference to that, over the last year, that 101 leads is more than we even got all of last year. And this is all in the last 30 days that we got that. So things are going crazy, but we're still trying to plan for the future. We're doing now, we're filling the gaps that are here and now, and luckily the team is awesome and they're helping out with that. Obviously I'm stepping in every single spot that I can. There's lots of follow-up, and we're really just trying to juggle all these different plates and make sure they don't fall. But we're also looking at that future and where we're trying to go as well, and really prepare for that. And as a business owner, that's a tough thing to do. How do you make sure that you have the funds ready, or how do you plan for that future growth in the business, but you don't necessarily have the funds to pay for it now? And so sometimes that means taking a step back from the pay that you have, or taking a step back from the profits that are in the business. It's about investing back into the business. But I just want to come on here and just share real quick just a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes. Hopefully this resonated with you in my insights of what I've done and why I've kind of done it that way. Will hopefully help you when you come up to that point in your business. And I always say, build for where you're trying to go. Take the actions for where you want to be in the next day, month, year, and not for where you want to be or what you need today, which is why I'm hiring that job trade specialist. Why will we put certain people that have a blend of multiple things that can come in and help out? Why we're putting some systems in place, lots of spreadsheets as well, to really help manage all of this influx of leads coming in. But the overall message as well that I want to share with you is that when it's busy, put the hammer down, keep going. And when it's not busy, you need to keep going after it until it can get busy. But don't allow yourself to feel like you're drowning just because you may have an influx in the moment, because that's just how it is in business. Unfortunately, business and life, things get crazy busy, and you have to work through those and make that happen in the moment. Because if you don't capitalize on all that influx of extra work, it might not come back to you again. That might be the make or break for you in the business for the year. So put that hammer down, especially in those busy times. Keep going and be encouraged, because this means you're doing something right.